And you who were once alienated and hostile in mind, doing evil deeds, he is now reconciled in his body of flesh by his death, in order to present you holy and blameless and above reproach before him. So if you've put your faith in Jesus, this is how God sees you: holy, blameless, and above reproach. Praise God. Hey guys, my name is Carter Lacy and I live in Village Basement. I'm a sophomore, and today's devotional, we're going to go through a few different passages, but the question I want to start out with is this: when God looks at you, what do you think he sees? We're going to start in Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. From this first verse, we see that when God speaks, it is. Now we're going to jump over to Acts chapter 10. In Acts chapter 10, verse 15, it says this: "And the voice came to him again, what God has made clean, do not call common." Now in this passage, Peter, he gets this vision of a sheet coming down from heaven with all of these animals on it. And the Jews view these animals as unclean and common animals. But God tells Peter to rise, kill, and eat these animals. And so Peter is scared because he says, this is going against every tradition that I've grown up with. This is going against any tradition that I've previously heard. And then we later see that this is not only applied to the food, but it's actually applied to the Gentiles, which is a group of people that the Jews viewed as unclean and common people who do not deserve salvation, who do not deserve an invitation to put their faith in Jesus. But God completely changes Peter's mind, as well as all of the rest of the followers of Jesus in the New Testament, that God does not only call the Jews, but he also calls Gentiles to himself. In Hebrews 9, it says this: it says, "Without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness." That's Hebrews 9:22. And then jumping over to Hebrews 10:18, it says, "Where there is forgiveness of these, there is no longer any offering for sin." So we see from these two passages in Hebrews 9 and 10 that there is no forgiveness without the shedding of blood, but that once sins are forgiven, there's no need to offer any more sacrifices. And we praise God because Jesus, he is the one who shed his blood for salvation, and he's the one who is the final offering for sin. So we don't have to offer any more sacrifices to God anymore for our sin. And so coming back to the original question of what does God see when he looks at you, I want to end with Colossians 1, verse 21 and 22. "And you who were once alienated and hostile in mind, doing evil deeds, he is now reconciled in his body of flesh by his death, in order to present you holy and blameless and above reproach before him." So if you've put your faith in Jesus, this is how God sees you: holy, blameless, and above reproach. Praise God.